Damned Souls Orientation Guide, Chapter 1. The Dead. Welcome to hell, O ye of questionable morality. Who you were on Earth no longer matters. When you arrive here, everyone from the mightiest crime lord to the elderly gentleman who takes pens from banks begin the same way, as wretched ghouls wandering the streets. As a shadow of a man, you are stripped of your sins and condemned to a meaningless existence. Eternal playthings for a demonic host who is all too eager to ply its trade.
Know your limits. It was the best piece of advice my father gave me, and I ignored it because I was a fucking idiot. I was the director of special projects for Ultor, and I pissed it all away because my ambition got the better of me. The reality is that I'm a kingmaker, not a king. I'm not going to make that same mistake twice.
Oh look, the Bedard algorithm. How pedestrian. How many of these are there? Aside from the screams of tormented souls, it's actually quite lovely. Right on.
A Damned Souls Orientation Guide, Chapter 14. The Ultor Corporation. Dane Vogel is an example for what the best of you can become. A businessman who serves as my thrall. This mega-corporation exists at my leisure, and assuming it continues to serve my interests, I will allow it to persist. A Damned Souls Orientation Guide, Chapter 25. The Forge. For the time being, mineral rights in Hell have been granted to the Ultor Corporation, and the Forge is where they mine and process the materials that are used to build the very foundations of Hell.
If Dane wants to run an industrial park, he can be my guest.
I'd be a liar if I didn't say I got a little pissed when the would-be president shot me in the face. But after a couple years of reflection, I realized something. They had the same look in their eyes that I have. They were driven. And when I realized that, I knew I wanted to prepare for the moment they would come down to hell, because on that day, I wanted to be standing with the Saints.
Good job, Sisyphus. Keep running. Get burned!
I knew that when the leader of the Saints came down here, he wasn't going to be interested in hearing what I had to say unless I had a pretty fucking big peace offering. Perfect opportunity came after Blackbeard robbed Satan's palace and stole Lucifer's halo. Blackbeard knew that he had to unload it fast before Sinterpol raided the Barrens, so he was willing to put a price on an otherwise priceless artifact. It cost me a fortune, but it was worth it. Satan would never suspect that I had it, and I could bide my time until the leader of the Saints was hellbound. My plan was solid, but not even I could predict a shotgun wedding.
Hey, remember that time Sinterpol tried to kill us? How about we return the favor?
Oh, lightning. Is there nothing you can't do? Let's go! Gotta find more. Let's see what these things can do. Right on.
Satan forcing Jezebel to marry the president definitely put a wrinkle in things. For one, I wasn't sure if Johnny was going to let me explain the situation before he killed me. For another, I was entrusting the most powerful artifact in the world to someone who had worse impulse control than teens on prom night.
The Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 11, Eternal Suffering. Often the first instinct a newly damned soul has is to kill himself, hoping that it all gets sorted out the second time around. Well, that's a mistake. The soul explodes into 1,000 pieces and slowly and painfully reforms over the next 100 years. So the next time you see one of those spineless souls running for cover, you'll have a better idea as to why. Why didn't I lead with that tidbit? To punish those who think they can survive without heeding all my words.
Battle the glyphs. Come on! This is bad for my OCD. Right on.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 40, Shadow Demons. Relentless assassins. The Shadow Demons teleport from rooftop to rooftop, ensuring that there is no place to run to in hell.
The Saints think they can replace me with you?
Let's see what these things can do. On to the next one. I found all the low-hanging fruit. Time to get to work collecting the rest. This is becoming a habit. Right on.
A Damsel's Orientation Guide, Chapter 7. The Day to Day. Every day will be terrible.
Yeah! This is bad for my OCD. Let's go! Just what I needed. Back. This is becoming a habit. Come on!
Hey, remember that time Centerpole tried to kill us? How about we return the favor?
On to the next one. Let's see what these things can do. Yeah! The whispers of war run rampant today.
What?
It's a password. You're terrible at spycraft. Forget it. Just give me the piece I need. Using exponential math for gas prices is a special form of evil. Nice job, Dane. Let's see what these things can do. The boss has to be in here somewhere.
The Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 10. The Pit of the First. The center of New Hades is where I made my descent from heaven. As I crashed into Hades, I fractured the land into the 5 islands that now spread before you. As you pass the Pit of the First, it is customary, though not required, to bow your head in reverence.
I wonder how long it took to build this thing.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 26. Old Hades. When Father cast me out of heaven, he intended Hades to be a pleasant time-out space. But my fall shattered his gilded cage, and my anger twisted hell into the world that now spreads before you. A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 34. The River Styx. The River Styx surrounds New Hades, providing warmth and light. I recommend every soul to go for a swim in the river at least once. It's quite the experience.
Let's go! Ow. Jesus! Yeah.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 32. Interlude. I hope you enjoyed Chapter 31's step-by-step instructions on how to sneak your way into heaven.
Let's see what these things can do.